TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Strong Successful Male Clips. This one's an interesting one. Man catches woman in bed with another man, kicks them out, and then she gets hit by a car. Again, I don't usually watch these videos before I make these videos, so let's react to it together. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time. All right, this story sounds crazy so far. Let's go.
So here's an interesting one where karma comes for this guy's wife who was cheating on him, and definitely comes in a way one would
Comes pretty immediately. Holy shit.
never expect. And of course, her family and even his family is blaming him for what happened, even though he had nothing to do with it. Title:
Normal. It's always the man's fault. Even if she gets hit by a car, it's our fault.
Am I the a-hole for kicking my wife out of the house? He says here, me, a 26-year-old male, my wife 24 years old, have been together for 3 years. These 3 years were the best times of my life, and I could not have asked for a better person or better partner or best friend. It sounds cliche, but I honestly felt as though our love was eternal. How many guys start these stories off just like this? And
I don't want to I feel bad rolling my eyes on this particular statement and stuff. It's just like, because I mean, I once said that, when I was married, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to be together forever. It's just, I look back at myself and look back at a lot of men, like how naive we were,
then they find out, well, their marriage or relationship or love wasn't that strong as they thought.
Pretty much.
Recently, I was scheduled to fly out of the country for business and would have been away for up to a week. Around 1 o'clock in the morning, we were told the flight had been canceled and the next available flight was in the afternoon. I live 1 hour away from the airport. I thought it was best to just go home, catch the next flight after some much needed rest. I called my wife to let her know that I was coming home, but she did not pick up.
Oh no.
I thought it was normal, but it was about 1:30 in the morning and she must have been asleep. Once I got home, I found the house to be very quiet. I left my bags at the bottom of the stairs and made my way up to the room. Opening the door and seeing my wife naked in the bed with another man threw me into a fit of rage.
It would throw any of us in a fit of rage, tell the truth. But best to handle it is to not let that rage consume you. Either close the door, walk the fuck out, and deal with it later. Or fucking just tell her it's over and kick her the fuck out. That's it. And anything else in between those things is going to be a tough decision for me.
Here's the question: how often does she do this? And remember how he described his perfect, amazing marriage. She never gave me any doubt that she would cheat. Whenever men would try flirting with her, she would shut it down. I immediately grabbed my wife, threw her out of the bed, and told her to get out of the house.
Not a bad
What about the guy?
No.
The man seemed almost shocked and did not realize what was happening. My wife started tearing up, but I didn't want to hear any about it and want her out of the house. So I dragged her down the stairs and kicked her out, slamming the door shut. So there's a quick question. Was she naked? Did she have time to put some clothes on?
Yeah.
I admit I could have handled it better, but I was seeing red. I could not think straight, but all I wanted was her not to be anywhere near me. Nobody can blame this guy, but again,
I don't know, the dragging her out part, that might have been dangerous. Just forcibly dragging her. Like, you could have gotten in trouble for that, so I don't know.
does she have any clothes on? Did she run around running around the neighborhood butt naked? And what happened to the guy? A couple minutes later, I could hear my wife knocking on the door, sobbing. Despite feeling sorry for her, I couldn't bear to look at her again and not open the door. Feel sorry for her. My mind was racing, and there were so many questions I had about myself. Was there a shortcoming in my love for her? Did I not show her as much? I cared about her as much.
And this is us men. This is how we internalize a lot of things. Shit, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Fuck, did I do this? Did I did not do this enough? Or whatever it was. That's how I did it when I got divorced. I was internalizing like every fault I had. And then I was seeing, was it bad enough to where she would have left me? But women, on the other hand, it's, how it was his fault. That's why I'm leaving. This is why, I'm doing what I'm doing. It's not my fault at all.
Our SEX life was pretty good, or so I thought, but she was still unfulfilled. I could not sleep. Well, she was getting filled by somebody else. Later on, I felt upset that I did not give her a chance to defend herself or at least gather her belongings. Smack! Defend herself? What's the possibility to defend herself when you walk and see...
How can you defend yourself when there's another man's penis inside you? Like, what defense do you have about this? Oh, he fell and slipped? Like,
laying butt naked in bed with another dude. I opened the door to find her not there. I assumed that she had left with the unknown man. In the morning, a police officer knocked on my door. I was already on edge, and seeing him made me extremely anxious. I knew something was wrong as I felt a pit in my stomach. Long story short, my wife had passed away due to a hit and run.
oh, damn. Okay, this went crazy south compared to what I thought. I thought she just got hit. I didn't realize she passed away from a hit and run. Damn. Okay, that's an interesting story for sure.
Despite her cheating on me, I felt enormous grief and immediately started blaming myself for what had transpired. Holy crap. So I'm getting it. She ran around the neighborhood and got hit by a truck.
The fuck? That's crazy.
Karma. But, yeah, he's been with her forever and he thought she was somebody else. And you get where guys feel awful in situations like these and they think, you know, she was the love of my life. How could she do this? But you know what? It's not like he could ever take her back. But she got hit by a truck, hit by a car in the middle of the night, hit and run. Fast forward to today, and I have her parents and friends shouting at me, blaming me, berating me. Even my own parents think it was my fault, and they have stopped talking to me. Let's not forget now that I walked into her cheating in our bed. And I'm the bad guy because I told her to get out. She could have called her parents or walked to her parents' house or something, and she got hit. Okay, it's terrible somebody got hit, but still, she's no saint. And they're blaming him. The problem is that she's gone, and they're hurt, and they're looking for somebody to blame, so they're blaming him. I am broken. I cannot eat, I cannot sleep, and I have no support. She was my only support, and now she's gone. Dude, she was not who you thought she was. She painted a big picture and put on a big show. It's all bullshit, okay? And you're 26 years old, you got your whole life ahead of you. You can start over. And you just have to be better at screening people next time and paying attention to red flags and all that. I mean, good Lord, at least you discovered this early on.
I agree. He's young, 26. Fuck. Like, I wish I was 26 when all this happened to me. I'm freaking... When it happened to me, I was, what, 32? 33? So... it's not a bad thing that it happened early, you know. But it's pretty devastating that she passed away from a hit and run, though. I do admit, you know, after being with someone for a while and then passing away, such a matter can take you into a loop. So,
and if something happened to her at the end of the day, one could say that was the master plan. I don't know, but you know what? It's not your fault. And if her friends, family, and your family are blaming you, the hell with them. Now the update. It says, thank you everyone for the kind messages. Apologies for not replying, but I did not know what to say. The massive outpour of love confused my emotions, and I've done nothing but blame myself over the course of the week.
Understandable. I mean, when I got into that car accident, I blamed myself for years. Fuck, I still have a little bit of blame now that I still think about. Like, man, I probably could have done better.
For those wondering, I'm feeling better. Not great, but better nonetheless. I still miss her very much. I hope it turned out differently. Some have been speculating that that it was her house as much as I was, as mine, and I had no right to kick her out. If she walked in on him with another woman, guarantee she would have kicked him out. He had a right to kick her out.
Correct.
She could have always gone to the police and tried to come back. I don't know. But still. The house is in my name, but I still agree I should not have kicked her out. Just because it is my house does not mean she did not make the house for us to live in. She was hooking up with some dude in your bed. You had a right to throw her out, at least that.
This is the part where it's hard, where she cheated, but then she passed away from a hit and run. So the grieving and the anger and the upsetness is like getting mixed around for this guy. And I can understand. It's like a little bit of like guilt. But it's not his fault. It really isn't. You know, karma has a way to put people in their place. Sometimes it's not with us anymore.
At night. I can work in controlling my emotions to avoid something like this in the future. In addition, I've been called abusive and misogynistic. To clarify, I did not hit or abuse her in any way, or the man. I simply grabbed her hand, led her to the door. I'm sorry if this would come across as violent, but there was nothing else I could think of that would keep my mind sane that night. Yeah, it's not like he grabbed her hair and dragged her down.
Yeah. I was thinking he grabbed her hair and just dragged the shit out of her. That's what I was imagining in my head. But no, just grabbing her arm and just like leading her out. Okay, it's not
Stairs
that
or
bad.
something like that. My parents and friends are still shunning me, and I've tried to explain my side of the story with no joy. Dude, don't explain yourself anymore, okay? They just want somebody to blame. They don't want to hear that their perfect angel, the daughter, her family, their daughter, the sister, whatever, could do anything like that. So they want someone to blame, which usually happens.
Like you would want to blame and look for the hit and run person that hit her. And it's mostly his fault or their fault.
Lastly, the police have informed me they do not have any further information regarding the offender in the hit and run. The unknown man who was with my wife cannot be located, and unfortunately I have not seen him before. I doubt he'll be involved, but I hope he is found. Yeah, shocker, Shadow Tyrone lover is nowhere to be found. Big surprise there. And likelihood is you're never going to hear from him. But anyhow, one could say that's karma for what she did. I mean, who knows how long it's been going on and how long it would continue going on if he didn't come home that night. But at the end of the day, he can't blame himself. When things happen to, in my opinion, awful people, you know what? Blame the universe. Tell her family to blame God, blame the universe, blame somebody else, but don't blame him for throwing her out. He had a right to throw her out. Anyhow, guys, I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Is he the villain here? Should he be blamed? Or guess what? She got what was coming. I'd like to hear about that.
Ooh, that was some serious chow. That turned south real quick. I saw the get hit by a car thing. I didn't think she actually passed away. So that's sad. And no, I don't believe it's his fault at all. He had every right to kick her out, and whatever happened to her afterwards was technically not his fault. Like if he sent someone after her or something, then sure, but this was just a freak accident in a sense. Like hell, it could have been the lover that hit her, and we don't even know exactly what happened. So yeah, don't blame yourself, brother. Don't blame yourselves, guys. If karma comes in after something like this, it's not your fault. You did the right thing by just removing yourself from the environment, removing her from the environment itself. So it sucks that she passed away, but it's nothing we can do. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.